Hi there, I'm Amber with Kaleidoscope Yoga. Thank you so much for your interest in my video today. Hey, if you'd like to follow along when we do the classes live, just like my Kaleidoscope Yoga page on Facebook or follow me on Instagram at Amber Kleid Yoga for dates and times. In the meantime, grab yourself your mat, a couple of blocks, maybe a blanket and a towel, and perhaps a bolster or a thicker pillow to rest on in Shavasana, and I will meet you on the mat. So just find a nice comfy position in an easy mountain pose. So relaxing through the knees, let your shoulders relax down, let that tailbone relax, just nice and soft through the body. You can even let your belly relax a little bit too. Find a little bit of movement in the fingers. If you have any fidgeting that you need to get out, go ahead and find a little movement to do that. And then once you get yourself settled and comfortable, stacking your pelvic bowl above your ankles, and then your throat above the pelvic bowl. So just a nice tall line up your center body. Closing the eyes if that feels comfortable, or letting the gaze move towards the floor. And just feeling the body softening with the breath. So as you exhale, relax the shoulders. Soften the gaze on the face. Keeping the arms relaxed. Letting that belly be soft, relaxing around the glutes and the legs, around the thighs, the knees, down the calves, all the way to the feet. And when you get to the feet, really take notice of the entire sole against the floor, against your mat, being fully supported. And while you stay here and just find your breath and relax and be soft and comfortable in your body, I'd like to read you a quote from the Buddha. There is one thing that, when cultivated and regularly practiced, leads to deep spiritual intention, to peace, to mindfulness and clear comprehension, to vision and knowledge, to a happy life here and now, and to the culmination of wisdom and awakening. And what is that one thing? It is mindfulness centered on the body, which of course we are always trying to practice in our yoga asana. But maybe today we set an intention to just take it one step farther. And notice how we can be more kind to our body if it talks to us, more gentle, more knowing. Being responsible with our bodies. And always remembering to do what feels right. of course, that can extend past our bodies, off of our mat, into our everyday lives. And if you would like to set your intention for your class today, you can stay exactly where you are, or if you are wanting a little bit more connection, you can draw the hands to the heart space. Maybe tilting your chin towards your fingers in honor of yourself and your practice. And then what is it that calls to you today? What is it that brings you to the mat? What is it that you can discover in your practice that maybe you haven't seen or looked for before? If the hands are at the heart space and you are ready to release them, go ahead and draw them back down by your sides. And we're going to work through a little flow with our breath. So when you are ready, keeping the eyes closed if it's comfortable, breathing in deeply and lifting the hands up until they are above the head. Full inhale until the fingers get all the way up. Pause. Turn those palms out and exhale. Full exhale. Match it to your movement. Hands by your side. Inhale, back up again. Fingertips all the way to the ceiling. Feeling the breath expand the chest. And then exhaling, turning those palms out. Imagining that you're pushing away any energy that is not going to serve you in today's practice. Let's do that again. Big inhale, fingertips reach up, up, up. Maybe we find a gentle stretch through the side as we anchor into the soles of the feet. And then exhale, let that breath release. What is it you don't need today? Let's do that 2 more times, please. Big breath up. And exhale, float the hands down. Inhale, last time, drawing both fingertips up. Finding a little more length through the side body if you can, and then relax and release. So let's inhale, right hand up, just as you just did, all the way up. Inhale, 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 and as you exhale, lean to the left. So find this nice stretch over to the left. Let your left hand move down towards your knee. Engage the belly softly. Inhale, hand back to the sky. We're going to turn our gaze to the left. So look over your left shoulder, and as you exhale, that right arm is going to float down. Inhale, left hand to the sky. Follow the fingertip with the gaze. Turn the gaze over the right shoulder and exhale to the right. Engage the belly softly. Inhale, come back to center. Keep the gaze looking over the right shoulder and exhale, left hand down. One more time on the right, lifting the right hand, following the gaze, or following the fingertips with your gaze all the way up. And we're going to exhale over to the left. Let the left fingertips move towards your left knee. And instead of coming up this time, let's take an inhale here And as you exhale, your right hand is going to sweep down and rest on your left. So you're going to kind of come into this gentle twist to the side. So your gaze should be, the top of your head should be kind of facing the left side of your mat. And we're going to take another inhale here, and as you exhale, you're going to slowly float the hand down the left leg all the way down. And then come into your forward fold, releasing the fingers. And maybe you find at this time it feels really good to bend the knees pretty generously. We haven't stretched at all yet, so you might be feeling a little stiff. Relaxing the shoulders and the neck. Let the tailbone relax down a little so we can find a little bit more of a stretch here in our lumbar spine. We're going to start to walk our fingertips forward, bending the knees generously, and come down to your hands and knees. Go ahead and relax the toes down, top of the feet down. And let's do a couple of cat-cows. So taking a deep breath in, belly down. And exhale, find your cat. Inhale, belly down. Exhale, find your cat. One more time, inhale, belly down. And find your cat. Stretch up through the back. Power up through the palms of the hands. Let the neck and the shoulders relax. And then make your way back into a neutral position. We're going to take our right leg and we're going to reach it out directly from the hip. So it's kind of like a half gate pose here, or almost as if we were going to move into a supported side plank. So from this position, let's do a few more cat-cows. So inhaling, finding your cow, and exhaling, finding your cat. Inhale, cow. We're working our way into the hip here. And exhale. Find your cat. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and relax into your tabletop position. Draw that leg back in. We're going to turn our toes under and walk the hands back to the knees. Rock onto the feet. If it doesn't feel good to roll up, take your gaze forward if you feel dizzy. And we're going to draw ourselves up into Tadasana. And then draw the hands above the head, big stretch up. And exhale the fingertips down. So pause here for a moment, coming back into that easy mountain pose. And so we're going to take a really slow forward fold, but you don't have to come all the way to the ground. So let's take a nice deep inhale here. You're going to start to exhale, rolling the chin to the chest, slowly rounding through the shoulders and drawing the fingertips all the way down to the knees, releasing the breath. And then when the breath is done, engage the belly and start to inhale and slowly roll yourself back up. And when you get up, hug those shoulders towards your ears. And exhale, float those shoulders down. Let's try that again. Inhale here. On the exhale, chin moves to chest. Slowly, slowly exhaling. Let the breath fully release. When you feel like you are empty, breathe out even more, finding your little kind of forward fold. And then softly engaging the belly, start to inhale when you're ready. Slowly, slowly up, feeling every muscle that's working. And then hugging those shoulders in and exhale, let them come back. Let's do it one more time. Big inhale here. And then exhale, chin to chest. Slowly letting the arms just fall down, and maybe this time you add some circles, so you just let them hang and do these circles around next to the knees as you slowly release all your breath. And then engage the belly and begin to make your way up. And hug those shoulders up. And exhale, soften them back. Let the fingertips come by the sides. We're going to take a nice deep inhale, lifting the left hand up to the ceiling. And then you're going to exhale to the right, just like we did before. Right hand towards the knee, stretching out the side body. Engage the belly, inhale, drawing it back up. Let's take our gaze over the right shoulder. Exhale, left arm down. And then inhale, right hand to the sky. Follow the fingertips with the gaze. As you exhale, gaze turns over left shoulder, right hand comes down. Inhale, left hand high. Follow the fingertips with the gaze. And exhale, off to the side. Let the right hand come down towards the knees, and this time we're going to do that little fold over. So left hand is going to come down to meet the right, and it's almost like you're just kind of rounding the chest towards the floor, finding this little stretch on the left side. And then taking a deep inhale, and as you exhale, fingertips are going to float towards the floor. And then come into your forward fold. Allow yourself to hang here for just a moment, maybe connecting a little bit more with the soles of the feet to the floor. And then shifting those sits bones to the outer corners of the room. And you can do that by rotating your thighs inward. Bending your knees generously if that feels really good. Try not to hyperextend through the knees though, please. Make sure they have a little bit of a bend. And then we're going to start to bend through the knees and walk the hands forward. Coming into our tabletop position. Wrists underneath our shoulders, and let the tops of the feet come to the floor behind the toes, or behind your knees. When you're ready, take a nice deep inhale, find your cow. And exhale, find your cat, lifting up through the shoulders, letting the head relax, tailbone relaxes. Inhale, find your cow, belly comes down, gaze and hips to the sky. And exhale, find your cat. Inhale, find the belly, or find your cow, dropping the belly. And then last time, find your cat. And then come into your tabletop position. And this time, we're going to reach our left leg out to the side. And if you have the flexibility, you can draw the top part of the, or the outer part of the foot down. And then we're going to find our cat-cow in this position. So taking an inhale, dropping the belly down. Ooh. And then exhale, find your cat. Inhaling, belly down. We're working into the hip here. And exhale. Find your cat. Inhale, belly down. And find your cat. Relax back into your tabletop position. We're going to draw that left leg in, and we're going to bring the right leg out again. So we're going to find that same position on the right side. Let's go ahead and walk our left hand over to the left side. So your left hand is going to be in line with the outside of your left knee, and your left knee is going to be in line with the arch of your right foot. Inhale, right hand to the sky, and we're going to relax that upper shoulder. And just as I teach in triangle, we don't want the arm to reach back like that. We want the hand right above the shoulder. We want to be stacked from the bottom hand to the top hand. And you should feel a pretty decent stretch, hopefully, on the right side of the body. Let's engage the belly, and we're going to draw the right leg up. If this doesn't feel comfortable to you, that's okay. We're going to take a couple of breaths here and find some movement. So take an inhale. As you exhale, right foot to the mat. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale down. Keep it going. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale down. Inhale, right leg up. And exhale, go ahead and rest. Take that right hand and big stretch here. Reach, reach, reach. And then draw the arm back up. And I'm going to ask one more thing. Reach the leg out and then draw the heel towards your bottom. If you feel a cramp, relax the leg. Good. Take another big inhale, and as you do, straighten out the leg. As you exhale, lower the foot, and go ahead and round yourself back down, finding your tabletop position. Let's take 3 cat-cows here. Inhale, dropping the belly. Exhale, relaxing the head. Maybe finding a little bit of movement in the neck. Find your cow. Big inhale. Exhale. Find your cat. One more time. Find your cow. And really enjoy this last cat stretch, pressing up through the palms of the hand, relaxing the neck, maybe finding a little yes or no movement. And then settling back down into tabletop. Left leg reaches out. Find that alignment, bringing the right hand over to the right side, and then lifting up the left hand this time. And if you have a block, if you want to use a block to kind of bring the floor up a little bit closer to you, it actually feels really good. So finding this position, lining yourself up so you feel sturdy. And then when you're ready, go ahead and lift up the left leg. Woo! Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, tap the foot to the floor. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. 2 more, please. Inhale, draw that leg up. And exhale. Once more, bring it up. And exhale, take the left hand and stretch it out. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then on an inhale, hand reaches to the sky. Lift that leg one last time. Draw the heel towards your bottom. Inhaling, stretching the leg out, and exhale, roll it down. Take a child's pose. Relaxing the forehead towards the ground, nestling in, finding that space between the knees for the belly to relax. And then as you're breathing, find that space in the back of the ribs. So you can connect the ribs and the shoulder blades, and you find this kind of external motion, like the shoulders are pulling or being pushed to the outside of the body, finding more space. Letting the hips relax down as best as you can, remembering there's always an option to put a blanket in between the thigh and your calf if you'd like a little bit more comfort in child's pose. Two more deep breaths here. And then make your way into our tabletop position. We're going to put the hands out a little bit farther than our shoulders, preparing for a downward facing dog. Go ahead and turn the toes under. And then before you rise, make sure that you've got a nice little grip in the fingertips. Your your elbow pits are moving forward. And then when you're ready, go ahead and make that journey and just kind of play with some movement on your way up. Remember today that we're finding mindfulness in the body. Maybe we're exploring things that we haven't discovered before. Noticing if anything is talking to you in any particular way. Take a few more breaths here. Just, if you want to find stillness, you may. It's your prerogative. You can walk the dog. You can kind of swing the hips up and down a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and come back to our knees. And we're going to move through a little flow here. So taking an inhale, let's find our cow. Belly drops down. As we exhale, move into child's pose. Big inhale, find a plank. Knees down or knees up, yogi's choice. And then exhale into your downward facing dog. Again, we move down to our knees, taking an inhale, finding cow. Take as much time as you need. And then you'll exhale into child's pose. Inhaling, finding your plank, or if you want, you can just come to tabletop. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale, come down to all fours, find your cow. Exhale into child's pose. Inhale, find a plank or any version thereof. And exhale into your downward facing dog. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling, coming to the knees, finding cow. Exhale into your child's pose. Inhale, find your plank. And exhale into your downward facing dog. Hold here for just a few breaths. Finding that rounding through the shoulders again. And you want to try to connect not only just the shoulder blades, but the rib cage. And feel that part of the connection through the side body, through the back. Kind of rotate forward. As you find this rotation in your shoulders, where your biceps kind of move in almost as if they're going to pinch your nose. Lifting up through the hips. Let's anchor down left foot. Inhale, right foot to the sky. And exhale, draw that right foot forward. Go ahead and place the back heel down and draw it on up. Find your warrior one. Relaxing the shoulders, finding that knife edge of the back foot, making sure your front knee is above your ankle. Take a nice deep inhale here, and we're going to float into warrior two. Take an inhale, right hand to the sky, left hand comes back, find your peaceful warrior. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior two. One more time, inhale, peaceful warrior. And then find your warrior two and really settle in here for a few breaths. Relaxing those shoulders, letting the heart be above the pelvis, checking in on that knee, making sure it's aiming towards second and third toes. And then when you're ready, we're going to take an inhale and straighten out that front leg, parallel your feet, and I'm going to turn so I can face you. Parallel your feet. We're going to draw the arms out just a little bit. Now, if it does not feel good to have the arms outstretched like that, bring them up above the head. We're going to take an inhale here, pointing the toes out just a little bit. Big inhale. As we exhale, we're going to bend through the knees, sweep the hands down to our heart space. Exhale. Inhale, draw it all up, engaging through the legs and the glutes. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale, bring it down. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, bring it up. Going to do a few more of these. Only squat as far as feels comfortable. Exhale, bring it down. Beautiful goddess pose. Inhale up. And exhale, bring it down. Hold here. Relaxing the tailbone. Maybe lifting the toes so we can get better anchor connection into the heels. Lengthen through the spine. So strong. One more breath here. On your next inhale, pressing into the soles of the feet, draw yourself up. Woo! Hands to the hips, please. Lengthening through the spine. Let's go ahead and come forward into our wide angled forward fold. Relaxing in the knees. We're hinging our hip creases here, lengthening through the back. And we're going to hover here for just a second. And you're going to feel those sits bones kind of spread and move to the back corners of the room. Make sure you connect with your feet, and notice if you're pressing to the outer edge of the feet, press into the big toes to get a whole sense of connection through the sole of the foot. Go ahead and relax all the way down. Keeping a little bend in the knees. Relaxing the shoulder and the head. And perhaps you'd like to find a little movement in the head here, in the neck, just relaxing forward. And if you want, you can draw the hands a little bit farther underneath you, almost as if you're kind of trying to pull your head underneath your legs towards the back of the room. And then when you're ready, you're going to engage the belly and roll yourself on up. Go ahead and turn the right foot forward and then draw yourself to the front of the mat. Let's take a big deep inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, release. And then we're going to take our right foot back this time. Anchoring down the right foot, 45-degree angle, then drawing yourself up. Finding your beautiful warrior one. What is it you want to conquer today? Even if it's dishes, or we're going to clean today. Or maybe you make the commitment to go outside, maybe for a walk today. What is it that you are going to be a warrior of when you step off your mat? Take an inhale, float the hands high. Exhale, warrior two. Stacking up nicely, arms are lengthened out from the shoulders. Check that front knee. Making sure it's over second and third toe. Take an inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior two. One more time, peaceful warrior. And warrior two. Relaxing those shoulders. Finding the soles of your feet. Locating that foundation. And feel how you're being held all the way up the legs. All the way up the spine. Into the arms and the fingertips. Take an inhale, straighten out that front leg, bring the feet parallel, arms come up. We got one more round of these little squats. You can do it, I know you can. Take an inhale, as you exhale, hands come down, come into your squat. Inhale, hands high, straighten those legs, stretch through the side body, big in breath. Exhale, float it down, hands to heart space. Inhale, draw it up. Exhale, down. Two more. Inhale up. Exhale down. We're going to hold for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take an inhale, draw the legs to straight. Release the hands and the breath. Heel toe or hop to the center of the mat. And let's go ahead and come up to the front. Relaxing the shoulders back, relaxing the knees. Take a moment, if you'd like to close your eyes here, another soft Tadasana. Soft mountain pose. And for just a moment here as we breathe, just notice the body, feel any sensations, any nuances that are happening. Maybe you woke up some muscles you haven't felt in a little while. Or maybe you got a really nice stretch somewhere. And just enjoy this mindfulness connection that we are making with our body today. And then softly bending through the knees, taking an inhale, letting the fingers rise to the ceiling. Bring the palms together and exhaling down the midline. Hands to the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. One more flat back, big inhale. Stretch from the crown of the head all the way to the sits bones. And softly relax. Bending those knees, we're going to take the right foot back, take the left foot back, find yourself a plank here. Lengthen generously up the back. Relaxing the shoulders, hugging in through the midline for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw yourself to the floor. So we're going to do some baby cobras. So at first, bring those palms beside the chest. Relax the legs. You're going to press gently with the top of the feet to the floor and also your pubic bone. And you're going to take an inhale and you're going to draw the elbows towards the waist. Let the gaze come up. And exhale down. Now find a different spot for your hands. Maybe you move them farther in front of your head. And inhale, draw it up. And exhale, release. This time, maybe take a wider stance with the hands out from, straight out from your side. And then take an inhale, draw it up. Feels a little differently each way. Exhale, release. Let's do those again. So hands by the chest. Inhale, lifting the gaze, hugging the shoulder blades to the spine. And then exhale, release. Find a different space for your hands. Inhale, draw it up. Shoulder blades to the spine. Exhale, release. Last time, find another space for the hands and inhale, draw yourself up. Maybe you come up a little higher this time, maybe not. Relax it down. And then bringing those fingertips towards your toes, we're going to find our locust pose here for a moment. So forehead towards the floor. And then when you're ready, you're going to take an inhale, you're going to lift the shoulders, fingertips move towards the toes. And then toes lift. So you find this little banana shape. And just find your breath. Soften through the belly. Releasing through the spine. If it doesn't feel good to lift your legs up, then you can relax the legs. It's totally up to you. Soft breath here for just a few more counts. On your next exhale, float it down. Go ahead and turn one cheek. You can kind of rock the hips from side to side a little, relaxing through the shoulders. Take a couple of breaths here. And then we're going to bring the palms to the side and we're going to draw ourselves up and find a child's pose. Relaxing back, stretching through the arms. Nestle in. Take 3 deep, nourishing breaths here. Again, focusing on the back of the rib cage. And then slowly make your way up when you're ready, and you're going to come on to your backs. Hugging in the knees. Find a gentle rock from side to side. And then we're just going to rock the knees towards your video or to either side, any side. But we're just going to rock the knees over so we're still in this kind of little fetal position. And then go ahead and draw the bottom rib cage closer to your knees and then open up through the arms. Finding a nice space for the head. Softening the breath once you arrive. And then finding a little checklist, softening the gaze or the face, the expression, softening the jaw. And then locating the back of the head, the back of the skull, and just recognizing that connection with the mat. And then relaxing through the shoulders. Through the chest and the arms. Letting the exhale soften around the twist. Relaxing the legs. One more breath here. And then softly engage the belly and draw yourself back to center. Rock the knees from side to side. And then go ahead and roll to the opposite side. Keeping the legs in that fetal position. And then drawing the bottom rib cage towards the knees just a little bit more, and then allowing your chest to open as the arm kind of unfolds to the floor. Allow yourself a few more breaths here. Softening into that twist with each exhale. And then engaging the belly and slowly drawing yourself to center, hugging in the knees one last time. And take a happy baby if that feels good. Drawing the soles of the feet to the ceiling, letting the knees come to the outer parts of the armpits, and just find a gentle rocking motion from side to side. You can stretch out each leg. And then when you're ready, please find your final resting pose, your Savasana. Bolster can be underneath the knees. You can put a blanket underneath your head. You can use your blocks if you want to in any fashion. And then just find a comfortable position for you to relax. Maybe drawing the feet a little bit wider on the mat. Find a comfortable space for your hands and arms. Closing your eyes and again, just tuning in and being mindful of what the body might be telling you right now, if anything. It might be grateful that you're resting. It might be grateful that you found movement. And then soften the eyes and take a few moments to yourself in your little love bubble here on your mat. There is one thing that, when cultivated and regularly practiced, leads to deep spiritual intention, to peace, to mindfulness and clear comprehension, to vision and knowledge, to a happy life here and now, and to the culmination of wisdom and awakening. And what is that one thing? It is mindfulness centered in the body, the Buddha. You may stay resting where you are if you choose, or you can begin to deepen the breath, filling the lungs and the belly with sweet prana. Begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes, perhaps rocking the head gently from side to side. And then roll to one side, maybe taking a couple of breaths before you make your way into an upright seated position. And then once you have found your seat, draw your hands to your heart space, always in gratitude for our practice, and today in gratitude for our bodies. Thank you so much for joining me today for your practice, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.